and manure stacks to 500, so I absolutely have to limit these to, let's say, 2. Let's see, 500 times 4 divided by 15. That's about 2 minutes worth of build-up. So that would be closer to 5. I think I'm going to limit to there. That. Welcome back. So 16 by 500 divided by 15 divided by 60, that's about 9 minutes. About 9 minutes to fill just that. Let's do 4. Let's just do 4 and we'll be good. Alright, you are Manure. A manure supply to Manure Depot. Once you are full, and then circuit condition, and do your thing. We did it! We have manure! We have the manure. The yellow belt of manure. It is done. I supposedly only need like a lot fewer than this now. Refresh? Yes, so I went from needing 533 spore collectors. Now I only need 178. That's a little bit of a difference between last stream and this stream with the change to the recipe speed on being able to produce spores. That's a little bit of a difference. And that is more in line with what I would expect for this build. It's still the most buildings of any one particular building in this entire build, but pretty decent. And again, it could go up to Mark II to help. I mean, we're comparing basically apples and oranges at this point, but if it was Mark IIs, it would be a bit more power, but a lot fewer buildings. Okay. So that's done. I can't believe it. I literally cannot believe that that is done now. And that is not decreasing with time? I would hope. It is. I might actually need more Palgi. Can I show the power supply? I have a few places of power supply. So yeah, so I have a few locations for power supply. Really, why am I only requiring that much? Don't know. But anyway. So power supply the first is coke and natural gas into combustion mixture. Oddly enough, combustion mixture now has a fuel value of 1 megajoule. That's a little interesting. This is a gigawatt that this produces ultimately. Up to 1 gigawatt, it's 18 natural gas wells producing 100 per second each, or 100 per cycle each, I should say. So yeah, that's this build. This is 1 gigawatt. Then there's fuel oil over here being burned. Should not be burning it as fuel oil, should be doing it as heavy oil to help with the size of the stuff. But anyway, that's this. This is a few additional crude oils. Just a few additional crude oils. But this is also a gigawatt going into oil burners. This was transferred. It used to be natural gas, but natural gas has now changed in its inherent fuel value by a lot, down to 90 kilojoules from 1 megajoule that it used to be. Yeah, so oil burners. Oil burners, oil burning for another gigawatt potential. I still have my vanilla line capable of a whole 60 megawatts. And lastly, I have syngas and hydrogen producing combustion mixture. And this entire setup is for all of this off the combustion mixture is about 420-ish. 410, 420-ish megawatts of consistent power. So, shall I add another train? I shall add another train. Although I don't really have the fuel for it. What am I thinking? Of course I have fuel for it. I have biomass nearby. Yeah, those are all the main power production areas off the top of my head that I know of. Capable of a little under, like 2.4 gigawatts. For some reason, the base is using about half the energy that it used to. The base was a gigawatt base, but now I guess things have stabilized, shall we say, backed up enough that not a lot is running right now. If everything was actually operating in this entire base, we would definitely be using way more than a gigawatt. Way more than a gigawatt. Oh, that would help. Yeah, we're sort of... We are officially backed up on Circuit 1s right now. I guess I have produced the things in sufficient quantities that we're consuming the Circuit 1s. Interesting. So does that mean I have, like, Mark II buildings? Maybe. What am I limited on here? The pi science. What is the pi science being limited by? Of course, the neuroprocessors. Yep, the neuroprocessors, as I would expect. And the neuroprocessors are being limited by optical fiber. And optical fiber isn't running because aramid. What is up with aramid? Sulfuric acid. What? Why? I have broken a pipe? Oh. Yeah, that shouldn't exist. So when I did a copy, I ended up copying over something that shouldn't have been copied. Yeah, that would help. That would explain why we were at 400 megawatts in the 400 megawatt range rather than near a gigawatt. Because aramid stopped flowing because I broke my sulfuric acid in. Yep, that explains a lot. And we shall see this power draw will start to increase a lot as this starts flowing again. It will go up a lot as it starts flowing. And as we start getting our doohickeys going again. Okay. I was grabbing fuel. Of course I do have meat. I could shove meat. No, I can't actually, because that doesn't count. I can't use it for that purpose. Different type of fuel. Maybe. Ahem. But what is a good type of fuel is this stuff right here called biomass. Biomass is the equivalent of coal. So I could just shove a couple hundred units of coal, basically, into this locomotive and have sufficient amounts of fuel. Question, though, why does manure not have a fuel value? Cough, cough. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, anyway. Moving on. My crawdad uses meat. The trains, unfortunately, I don't think they can use meat. They cannot use meat. They can use other things that are biotic, but they can't use meat. We cannot, unfortunately, run our trains on meat. Question, King / Pynodon, whenever you watch this, where's our bio train? Have you given any thought into making a creature that is a reskinned train that runs on rails and that runs off of biotic based fuel? That could be a thing. Not sure King wants to see what that would look like. The bio train creature. Bling 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 bling. That is the halfway point for the stream today. Oh boy, we have done the thing. Let me just quickly get these copied. That's copied. Go. Hey, we have a second train for manure. Huzzah! With that, that is as I said, the central midpoint of our stream. It is time to take our regularly scheduled break here in the middle. When we return, it's time to think about the Tufra and getting that set up, I think. I mean, I think that's the plan, right? Next is Tufra. So let us start thinking about that and planning that out. So I will be back shortly. And I have returned. Welcome back. So the manure is flowing. Well, that's great. That is fantastic news. That we have basically just for the cost of flue gas from tar currently, could build it now without even needing to bring in any tar. So basically from nothing, like can we like sort of say that we are making manure from nothing and the size is just big for doing so? Yeah, we have our manure. So, next is Tufra. Yeah, that's the plan. So, Second verse, same as the first? Quite possibly? What do I need here? So I need the manure in. So hey, we're making 15 manure per second net. We're about to use slightly more than half of it in this twofer build to net another 15 out. It's really 16.93, but we need to loop back to keep the seeds going on it. Yeah, it's 1.93 loops back. So second verse, same as the first with the Relesia. Also, yeah, we're actually using even more. We're using how much? 8.74. So we're using over half. Over half is being used here. Why did you go to 0? Oh, right, because that's what's feeding the thing. Right. So I don't need to do anything with the manure. This is our build. Huh. Neat. That's actually good. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. I have Mark 2 of those, and I have Mark 2 of those. I also have Mark 2 of those. Not like it really matters too much. That's our build. 153 on the 2 for plantations. This is pretty simple. We need ash. We need ash in on this as well. Fortunately, I have production of ash that is consistent. And because I don't really need anything else, this is just going to be fine. 2 washers, 5 compost plants. No Mark II potatoes? No. Not currently. Not currently, because I don't think you have touched the Tufra yet. Wait, like I'll do the Mark II buildings when I can make the Mark II modules. How does that sound? That sounds more ideal to me. Is when it is a bit easier to do the Mark II modules, that's when I will really think about, am I stuck? I'm stuck. I don't even need that. Yeah, I don't think Tufra has been uh, updated yet with the latest extra upgrading step. Because I think it's just the original recipe. It just exists, but you get an additional recipe that will help give you an extra 25% out versus half a percent out. You need to succeed the half percent twice, and then you'll have a 25% chance to continue from there per cycle. So with Relesia, you start Relesia with Fawagi, you start with a half percent chance, and then you get this recipe that takes the results of those half percent chance of those Mark II modules and then loops them. Always returns at least what you've put in, but also gives you a 25% chance of getting an extra one, so you no longer have to worry about that half percent output. We need that for Tufra. We need that for everything. Right now, that exists for Cotton Guts. That also may be looked at some point again, but don't have that with Tufra. At least not yet, I don't think. Particularly because I know this for certain. With the plants, it is cycling between Mark 1, 2, 3, or 4 seeds, as well as the modules, and it does that with Kikalk. So when I look at Tufra Mark II, we can see, oh hey, there's only the half percent of getting the Mark II Tufra. And yeah, I'm not all that excited about doing the Mark IIs. But anyway, oh, apparently I do have 2 whole 2 from Mark IIs. I have 2 whole Mark II 2 for plantations right now. Hey, is there a reason why you're not doing Mark II on the 2 for plantations? Yeah, it's because I don't have them. It's because I just don't have them. They will accrue slowly. I also need a few more than that on the regular plantations. Just, you know, a few more than that. Here, have an ultra fast inserter. Go quickly. When I say move, you need to move. And you need to bring me things. I may need a few more Logibots. I may want to start accruing some more Logibots. Also, I need to note, because the thought has just occurred to me, I can absolutely upgrade my construction bots to Mark II. But that would be yet another drain on Circuit 2s, and that's the last thing I need right now, is yet another drain on Circuit 2s. Actually, what I want is to get modules going, but I want to get through all this cotton gut stuff first before I delve into that bit of nonsense. Yeah, they're bringing all the things. This is crafting very quickly, as quickly as they can bring the stuff in. Basically, oh hey, we've got more sufficient. We are more sufficient, but we need to be even more sufficient on our production. How about like the Mark II of these? Could I? Nah, I really don't. Especially not when these take neuroprocessors as well as circuits. Wait, did these take the neuros? They do! Oh, you... no! Stop. Don't. Please, God, no. Why? You. There. Pi science, go. Do the thing. Oh God, please. Do the pi science. I need the text to move. That is a lot of tech. That is a lot of tech. Are you taking neuros? How about you? No. You? No. You? No. You? No. I think that's the only one I have that's moving right now. Oh boy. Yeah, get rid of that. Yeah, yep. Goodbye. That's the other one. Have more neuroprocessors. Give me all the science. Oh boy, that was bad. That was bad. That was terrible bad. Bad, bad, bad. Do not do this thing, please. Terrible ideas. Oh, so there was a thing that I looked at that I could have sworn it said like 100 of something at Mark II. Oh. Oh, good. These don't use the neuroprocessors. That's good to know. There was something that it was a... Oh, I think it was the glass. That might have been it. That glass works. Where am I making the glass works? I forgot. Somewhere is a glassworks building. Mark 1, 2, and then spot there, that thing. Yeah. Phew, okay. I have some glassworks, apparently, completed. Not like I need them right now. How you doing? We have 150, some odd, 165. That is sufficient. We need 153 of these. So, yay, that's 5. Where's my vehicle? All the way over there. Vehicle! Come to the... What can I get rid of? Do I need Faugi? No. I do not. Go away. So Immortal was going to be helping to balance the Renea, but then got caught up in other things. Yep, sounds like Pie Sweet to me. Sounds about right. Sounds about right to me. 7. That's 11 stacks. I think that's enough. That's 16 stacks. That's 160. Actually, no, there's one more up there, so it's more than we need of that stuff. Let's get rid of these spore collectors. I don't need these in here anymore. Oh yeah, there's extra nanobot ammo. Hey, I actually thought about a thing ahead of time. Who is this? Who is this person to actually think about things ahead of time? Alright, give me a couple of these. And I should be carrying around the washers, yes. Give me a half stack of those. I should really have the pin here so that we are able to see what we're working on. The sap extractors, right. Mark 2 saps. Gotta get them sappies. Interesting, I'm making a lot of these sap extractors at the moment. Let's not make that many when they're using my circuit 2s. And a soil extractor, I've got those. Sand extractors. And assemblings. That's all fine. I've got automated factories for the assembling machines. But sand extractors, you guys. Do I want to make Mark IIs of you at some point? Maybe. There we go. We have the things! We should now have all of the buildings that I need. Yay. That's just the buildings. Not the critical infrastructure of the logistics of all of this. But hey, I can do some copy-pasting. Some minimal level. Actually, no, this needs to be slightly different. Slightly different, because it's more on the sap extractors and the recycling. I was going to copy over, because I have the compost plant with washer, sap, and soil at Mukmoux right now, because it's... guess what? We also need biomass for the Relesia that we have over there, making our manure. But it's smaller than this, and it was built compactly and not scalable, or at least not easily scalable. I'm going to need even more inserters, thanks. I'm gonna need lots of inserters. So each one of these 153 is going to need at least 2 standard inserters, and long-handeds, so bring me more long-handeds too. And then everything else is going to most likely be using inserters as well. So yeah, we need a few inserters. Just a few. And then power. I've got some extra power poles, but you never know. We'll probably need even more than that as we go along. And I've got water. So I think outside of rail, which I have some rails, and they brought me more locomotives and signals and all that good stuff. Actually, bring me more signals. And like get rid of that stack. All right, so this particular location, even though it's not going to have that many, it's not going to be as big of a overall footprint as before with the Mukmoux. However, it is going to need some outside inputs. It's going to need iron, and it's going to need. We got the tech. Hey, there's the tech. The tech has happened. Huzzah! Much rejoicing. Oh boy. What was I going to take next? What was next? What was required as next? I have forgotten completely. I don't know. What was I going to grab next? Something. Something was next. That was also Pi Science. Cotton guts. Yeah, because I want the recipe for the quality food because I have to make the quality food anyway. Yeah, that makes complete sense. That's why. Yeah, I need this. That yeah. Like duh. I need that. What was I thinking? Doing? So I was talking about I need a train station that has iron in, that has the manure in, and I think that's it. Ash in. So iron, ash, and manure in on this train station with, at the very least, Tufra out. We also need to look at sugar at this point because it would be much easier to just do the sugar here. That will require bones. So do I do it here? Well, how about this? We can do a very simple AUG slaughtering setup to give us the bones that we need for this. The sweet syrup is lime. Lime can be made on site, and as can the biomass. So this ends up being not bad in the slightest. Yeah, Tufra into the A-type molasses in. Oh, I should make note of the buildings that I need. So I need pulp mills. Will I need to go into ethanol? Eventually, for the chimeric proteins. But I won't do it here. What do I need the sugar for? I need the sugar for the cotton gut Mark II recipe. I need the sugar for the pluripotent stem cells to do the Mark II cotton guts. And apparently also Mark III and Mark IV will directly require sugar. Also, like, I really wanted to do the raw fiber. I really wanted to do this, so having the sugar made someplace specifically would be great. But yeah, the pluripotent stem cells, sugar, retrovirus, primers, oxygen, xenogenic cells, which can be made out of anything, and anything, just add oxygen. That will be required for our glorious phase 2 breeding program. Right here. This stuff. Yeah. Pluripotents. Pluripotents are... Are they a solid? I think they're a solid? No, they are... They are a fluid. Pluripotents are a fluid.